So you've got a Toyota 4Runner. Tough, reliable, ready for adventures, but the real question is, do your tires match the spirit of your SUV? Whether you're battling rain-soaked highways, rocky back trails, or just want a smooth drive on the daily commute, your tires make or break the experience. So in today's video, I'm ranking the 6 best tires for the Toyota 4Runner, from solid budget-friendly picks to absolute top-tier champions. And stick around, because my number 1 choice might surprise you. 6. Firestone Destination LE3. Now, let me get this out of the way first. This tire is a really solid choice if you mostly drive on pavement. It's marketed as an all-season touring tire, and to be fair, it lives up to that promise. It gives you a good, predictable ride, especially for highway use. I liked how quiet it was compared to some heavier-duty options, and honestly, if you want something comfortable for your 4Runner that still fits the budget, then the LE3 is appealing. But here's the thing. When I tested it during wetter conditions, I wasn't exactly blown away. The traction was decent, but definitely not confidence-inspiring when you hit a sudden downpour at highway speed. You can feel the tire doing its job, but it doesn't grip with the same authority as some of the higher-tier tires on this list. Another thing worth mentioning is durability. The Destination LE3 has a respectable treadwear warranty. Firestone gives it 70,000 miles, which looks great on paper. However, in real driving, depending on the weight of your gear and how aggressive you are, I noticed the tread seemed to fade a bit faster than expected. It's not horrible, but for 4Runner owners who rack up a lot of miles on mixed terrain, it could be a drawback. Now, on the positive side again, it's great for suburban drivers who use the 4Runner as a daily family hauler. Smooth, quiet, stress-free, no complaints there. But when it comes down to it, the Firestone Destination LE3 just doesn't keep pace when things get tougher. 5. Continental TerrainContact H. At first glance, this tire looks like a sweet deal. Continental is a respected brand known for comfort and road control, and this particular tire stands out for its balance between city-friendly refinement and a little bit of light trail confidence. I mean, you can hop on the highway and enjoy a quiet, composed ride one day, and the next day still feel capable enough to tackle a gravel, road, or a weekend camping trip. I have to say, I was impressed by how smooth it feels. Continental put a lot of work into reducing road noise on this tire. Driving through city streets, you almost forget you're in a 4Runner because it feels refined, almost like a crossover. The steering feedback is sharp, and it makes long highway drives pretty enjoyable. But, and there's a but here, just like with the Firestone, this one also shows its limits when the terrain gets trickier. Continental labels it as an HT, basically highway terrain, and that's the truth of it. Take it on deep mud, thick snow, or rocky, uneven trails, and it starts to show some weakness. It's not that it's unsafe, it's just not cut out for the heavy-duty off-road persona that many 4Runner drivers are after. Also, one minor issue I picked up on during testing was treadwear under stress. Continental advertises durability, and while the tread holds up decently, I noticed edges wearing quicker under heavy braking and towing. Not a deal breaker, but still something worth pointing out if you're pushing your SUV hard. 4. Falken Wildpeak A T4W. And wow, this is where the 4Runner starts to come alive. This tire just looks rugged at first glance. Deep tread, sidewall protectors, and aggressive styling. But it's not just for looks. Once you take it off the pavement, you realize why the Wildpeak series has developed a cult-like following among off-road enthusiasts. I tested traction on gravel, sand, and even on wet forest trails, and the Falken Wildpeak A T4W gripped really well. It's not just about raw grip though. The way it absorbs bumps and uneven terrain is confidence-inspiring. Driving with these tires really changes the attitude of your 4Runner, transforming it from a comfy daily SUV to something that feels trail-ready immediately. On-road performance isn't bad either, and that's what makes the AT4W such a well-rounded option. You do hear a bit more hum on the highway compared to tires like the Continental or Firestone. But honestly, that's the trade-off I'd happily take for the capability gains. It doesn't drone excessively, and after a while, you don't really notice the noise anymore. What really stood out is the tire's all-weather performance. Falken designed it to handle rain, light snow, and even mild icy conditions, so it checks the box for year-round versatility. No, it's not a dedicated winter tire, but if you live somewhere that deals with changing seasons, these tires will keep you moving without the constant swap. If there's one critique, it's longevity. Falken doesn't quite match the tread life of higher-end brands like Michelin or BFGoodrich. 3. Nitto Terra Grappler G2. And let me just say this, Nitto has put a lot of thought into this tire. It's one of those designs that tries really hard to balance the ruggedness we all want for a 4Runner with the practicality we need for everyday life. And it nails that balance way better than most tires out there. First of all, these things look aggressive. The tread pattern means business, and performance backs it up. Compared to the Falkens, the Nitto Terra Grappler G2 felt a bit sturdier when climbing rocky paths. The sidewalls are tough, which gives you confidence when airing down and tackling uneven terrain. What surprised me was just how quiet and smooth they stayed on the highway. Many aggressive all-terrain tires sound like you're about to take off in a propeller plane, but these surprisingly refined. After long highway stretches, I didn't feel like I had to trade comfort for toughness. That's rare. The treadwear warranty is another big plus. Nitto offers up to 65,000 miles on these, which is solid for an all-terrain option. And from my own experience, the tread design holds up well against chipping or uneven wear. It just feels like a tire that's built to last, no matter what you throw at it. Now, are these perfect? Not quite. In deep snow or pure mud conditions, they don't dig in quite as aggressively as a mud terrain tire would. But let's be honest, for most 4Runner owners, this tire checks way more boxes than it misses. 2. BFGoodrich All-Terrain T KO3. And let me tell you, this tire is legendary for a reason. The KO2 was already one of the most respected all-terrain tires of its generation, and the KO3 takes that foundation and just makes it even better. Off-road performance is absolutely top-notch. Rock crawling, dirt trails, mud, the KO3 grits like claws. It has these interlocking tread blocks that just bite into the terrain, and the reinforced sidewalls make you feel like you could scrape them all day against jagged rocks and still drive home without a worry. But what makes the KO3 magical is how well it transitions back onto the pavement. Yes, you do hear a bit more road noise compared to the Nittos, but the durability and rugged reliability more than make up for it. I mean, these are the kinds of tires you put on if you want your 4Runner to feel like it can survive an apocalypse. In snowy conditions, the KO3 really impressed me too. It's 3 peak mountain snowflake rated, which means it's reliable for harsh winter driving. For 4Runner owners who regularly deal with winter storms, this is a huge selling point. The only downside? Price. Yeah, these are expensive, but honestly, people buy BFGoodrich for peace of mind. And from my testing, the KO3 feels almost bulletproof. If your adventures lean heavily into the off-road spectrum, this is the tire to beat. 1. Michelin Defender LTX M2. And I'll be real with you, this isn't the flashiest tire on the list. It doesn't scream rugged badass like the KO3 or the Wildpeak. But if you care about overall value, longevity, and versatility, this is the tire every 4Runner owner should take seriously. First off, Michelin knows how to make a premium tire. I was blown away by how comfortable and quiet the Defender LTX M2 drives. On the highway, it's silky smooth. In the city, it feels like you're gliding. For those using their 4Runner as a daily driver and family vehicle, this is a huge benefit. The tread life is insane. Michelin rates it for 70,000 miles, but I've seen people push well past that with proper care. It's the kind of tire that pays for itself because you don't have to replace it nearly as quickly as others. Add to that the fuel efficiency improvements from its low rolling resistance design, and you're saving money long-term. Handling in wet and dry conditions is superb too. Michelin's compound and tread design just shed water effectively, and traction never feels compromised, even when cornering aggressively. For safety, this is one of the best choices you can make. Now clearly, it's not a hardcore off-road tire like the KO3. If you're planning extreme trails every weekend, this isn't your pick. But for the vast majority of 4Runner owners who spend 80 to 90% of their time on paved roads, With occasional camping trips or dirt roads, the Defender LTX MS2 is unbeatable. Closing. So there you have it, the 6 best tires for the Toyota 4Runner, ranked from solid daily drivers to rugged off-road warriors. Remember, the best tire isn't just about brand names or looks. It's about what you need most from your 4Runner. Whether it's all-out off-road dominance with something like the BFGoodrich LE3, or unbeatable on-road comfort and longevity with the Michelin Defender, the right tire will completely transform your SUV experience. Which one are you rolling with? Let me know down in the comments. And hey, if you found this breakdown useful, smash that like button and subscribe for more honest reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next ride.